Hey everyone, Tom from D20 Play here. How y'all doing? Going to take a look at Keys from the Golden Vault, which if you buy the bundle, you'll be able to get access to this today. It is amazing that like real marketing started for like maybe 2 weeks ago or a week ago, but here it is. If you don't get the bundle, you can get it on the 21st, I believe. Give me a thumbs up in chat if you can hear me okay. And also, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them there in chat and I'll try to go through them. But first, I'll just start looking. So, Keys from the Golden Vault, an anthology of heist-themed adventures for the world's greatest role-playing game. And let me show you the table of contents there. So, we have 13 total adventures. The disclaimer is the Golden Vault cannot be held responsible for the infiltration of any property or by burglars or any other acquisition experts or from the purloinment of any belongings, regardless of their worth or current ownership status. The Golden Vault disavows any individuals who claim association with the organization, which is legally non existent. Any individuals who swindle, manipulate, take advantage of, or otherwise harm innocents are subject to the Golden Vault legally imaginary scrutiny. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, Dutch. Okay, so quick look at the cover art here. The introduction section to the adventure. They have it set up that you can do these individually or you can do them all as one big campaign. Looks like a picture here from Revel's End. Using the adventures, they talk about mission briefings, planning the heist, execute the heist, conclude the heist, standard running the adventure text, creating a heist crew, a campaign of heists. So here's the adventures in the book. There's 13 total adventures, levels 1 through 11. And it looks like there's 2 at level 5 and 2 at level 8 for the adventure, for the series of adventures. The Golden Vault's described being an organization that can basically send the characters on all these adventures. Keys from the Golden Vault is the mechanism to do it. Heroes in the Shadows, so secrecy is paramount for the Golden Vault. The character's handler never provides more information than is absolutely necessary. So here's a sample handler for the characters. Mira right here. Heist complications. Unforeseen complications are an iconic aspect of heist narratives, whether they take the form of a rival crew appearing out of nowhere or a treasure that turns out to be fake. Complications ratchet up the tension and require the characters to think on their feet. If you want to challenge your players, consider adding one of the complications below to any of the book's adventures. So moving the MacGuffin or a rival crew. So they did the rival crew thing in, it was Call of the Netherdeep. And that was a pretty interesting mechanic. It'd be cool to maybe somehow get 2 actual parties going through these adventures and have them organically interact and compete with each other. Maybe giving each one an alternate version of the adventure or an alternate adventures for each group of players. And you could bring up another anthology like Candlekeep to do that so that the other group has something to do at the right level. Rival crew and play, rival crew motivations, and that's the end of the introduction. So back to the table of contents here. We have the Merkmeyer Malavins for first level characters. Unbeknownst to anyone but a disgraced academic, the Vark Bluff Museum of Natural History is in grave danger. Archaeologists at a nearby dig recently unearthed a curiosity, the Merkmeyer Stone. This object is actually an eldritch creature's egg and is about to hatch. The characters must infiltrate the museum, steal the egg, and return it to Dr. Cassie Donnell to be neutralized before it releases an eldritch horror. For first level characters, they give you how to use the Golden Vault, a cry for help, the opening gala, the museum. So here's an example of the maps in the adventure. Full color maps. This looks to be the map maker who did some stuff with Shadow of the Dragon Queen. And Corpocalypse says this is a new adventure book, Adventure League mission. No Adventure League stuff yet that I'm aware of, but it is a new adventure book. I'm sure it'll be adapted at some point into being usable for Adventure League adventures. So this one releases on the 21st in general. If you buy through D&D Beyond the bundle, the physical book and the adventure, you can get it today. You get the adventure today. I like how they have the like it appears like one major location for each of the adventures. So the museum is covered in this one. Conclusion, the Merkening Stone there. That's the first adventure. It is a grand total of, let's see, I printed it out and I have the printout over here. So printed out, it comes out to a total of about 12 pages. Let's see if we can see that. About 12 pages long, printed out. All right, next adventure. The Stygian Gambit, an adventure for second level characters. At the Afterlife Casino, a 3-dragon anti-tournament called the Grand Minaris Invitational awards one winner with a sizable purse and the golden Aranyes statuette. A former gambler with a score to settle hires you to steal the statuette as well as gold from the casino's vault before the tournament ends and the winner is declared. You must case the casino, steal what you came for, and escape. I don't have the artists credited right here on the images, but this looks like to be a new artist. I haven't seen this work. It's kind of more realistic appearing. So Zavad the Nothing says, I played Prisoner 13 of EDDW. How did you like it? How did the adventure go? Let us know. And let's take a quick peek real quick at the credits. Then we'll go back to that adventure. So Project Leads, Amanda Hammond, Christopher Perkins, art director Kate Irwin, Dan Barrett, concept. A good slew of writers here. All good names there, good writers. Rules developer, of course, the rules team. Dan Dillon, I think, did Project 13. I think he claimed he did that in a tweet. So even though I don't have like buy adventure, I think he did Project 13. Editors, graphic designers, cover illustrator. I think Anna did the regular cover and Simon did the special cover. Interior illustrators, a whole bunch of them there. I don't know who did that new artwork style. And then cartographers, Francesca Berald and Mike Schley. So that first map we saw was Francesca, I believe. Okay, so back to table of contents and Stygian Gambit. So you have using the Golden Vault, starting the adventure, planning the heist, the Afterlife Casino. Let's see what the map looks like for this one. Oh, nice. Nice map, looks like by Schley. Very nice map of the casino. And a lot of locations in the casino. And then the conclusion. All right, next one. Reach for the Stars, an adventure for third level characters. Marcos Delphi's curiosity has taken a tragic turn. A far realm entity called Kro Kulmar has taken control of Marcos, compelling him to commit evil acts. At Kro Kulmar's command, Marcos is using a book called The Celestial Codex to bring part of Kro Kulmar into the world. The book's rightful owner hired you to retrieve the Celestial Codex and prevent Marcos from using it. But these adventures, or you had other adventures, these adventures fell prey to the horrors of the Delphi Mansion. A group of adventurers, you guys, must now complete the task. Meanwhile, Marcos is close to accomplishing Kro Kulmar's goal. All right, for third level characters. Using the Golden Vault again, adventure hooks, meeting Elra's camp. And each of these adventures has like, a planning map that the characters have, which, doesn't have all the full details in it. Delphi Mansion. Okay, so nice full color map again of Delphi Mansion. And of course, with all these maps, when you get it on D&D Beyond, they have the keyed version, and they usually have a player version as well with no key on it, and secret doors and stuff not shown. So after Delphi Mansion, conclusion, some new stat blocks here. So you got the new Marcos Delphi, some gruesome art there. Fragment of Kroll Kumar. Nice. All right, next chapter. Prisoner 13. This is the free one that you can get download for free for 4th level characters. It's at Revel's End. I suspect the movie is going to tie into an escape out of Revel's End. And I've read this one front to back, and I like the stuff it provides for how to like avoid raising suspicion. I haven't read all of them front to back yet, so I'm not positive they all do it similar to this. This one gives the players an actual map. They can bring up like a holographic map. I'm probably not going to do that when I run it. Seems a little too sci-fi for me, but you can do that if you like. Okay, so where is Levels in, prison features, approaching the prison, suspicion. Here we go. So we were looking at different games last week, I think, on our live show, and Blades in the Dark has a cool thing for doing something like this, where you have like a rising level of suspicion that things will increase it, but you don't like, with one bad encounter, immediately go to you're fighting the whole dungeon. So it's measured from 1 to 6, and it increases when characters do any of these things here. And it decreases, I think, if they spend a sufficient amount of time with no alert. And that's like 8 hours, I think. Yeah. 8 hours if the prison detects no suspicious activity goes down 1. And as the suspicion level increases, DCs for checks increase, patrols become more frequent. And how can you avoid this? So if you're moving around the prison, during this time, the characters are unattended and can attempt to sneak into the prison at large. Doing so without alerting the guards requires a successful stealth check, DC 13. And then there's another thing for moving around where you can, if you like run into, it's either a 13 stealth check. Yeah, here it is. The characters can try and slip away if there's a nearby exit, or can duck around with a stealth check, or blend in by making a group charisma check. And I imagine you can even do both of those. Some could dodge out of the way, and some could try and deceive and stay. So that's patrol routes. Then you got Rebels End here, and all the descriptions. This is new. I haven't seen brown highlighting in D&D Beyond, but it looks like they're using that new for adventuring gear. Here's kit, antitoxin, different checks there. Spectator. This adventure, like I said, you can get for free right now. So, and it looks to be a pretty fun little adventure. I'd recommend, if you're thinking about buying the book, grab this adventure, run it with your group, and see if you like it. Unless you want to do the whole thing as a campaign, then I could see starting with the first adventure. I think I'm gonna hold off and do the first adventure first. More adventuring gear in brown there. And then Prisoner 13, pretty tough opponent for a 4th level party. They can get, even the gems are adventuring gear. And then they get their choice of magic items at the end there. So that's Prisoner 13. That's a 4th level adventure. Next chapter is 5th level adventure. Talkworth's Clockworks, the 5th level characters. The clockwork automatons that guard the Spurfneblin town of Little Lockford have attacked the very residents they were meant to keep safe, forcing a town-wide evacuation. At the heart of the matter is a security overseer, Tixie Talkworth, a tinkerer who has turned malicious. So that's Talkworth's Clockworks. Say that 10 times fast. Using the Gold Vault into the Underdark, including Underdark encounters here. Meeting the mayor, planning the heist. Ooh, Tixie doesn't look too friendly. Again, like a heist planning map. Little Lockford overview. Little Lockford locations. Nice map there. Looks like 1 squares 5 feet for the details. And then conclusion and stat blocks. Clockwork Defender, Clockwork Observer, and Tixie Talkworth. Zavad says, it went well, very open world. DM planning will be difficult for control freaks, but great replayability. Yeah, I mean, my favorite kind of adventuring is where you have a location with adversaries in that location that do things, and you can tackle it any direction. There's a good Twitter discussion going on about the giant adventures and the first giant adventure specifically. And that's a similar thing where it's like a location with adversaries there. You have motivations and goals to go in, and there's all sorts of cool things to find in there, and you can do it any way you want. So that's my favorite, I think, kind of adventuring. Okay, next chapter. Masterpiece Imbroglio for 5th level characters. A group of scholars and sages known as the Cognoscenti Esoterica recently purchased a painting of Castatori, a famous courtier rumored to once have been the most beautiful man alive. The portrait supposedly has occult properties, but before the sages could study it, the painting was stolen by the Agile Hand, a thieves guild. In this adventure, the characters must retrieve the portrait from the Agile Hand's guild house and return it to a member of the Cognoscenti Esoterica. Masterpiece Imbroglio. All right, adventure hooks using the Golden Vault, barn visit, planning the heist. So here's another planning map for the characters. Agile Hand Guild House. So here's a nice map by Schley for that, Mike Schley. Lots of locations. Conclusion and new Magicom, the portrait. Very rare Magicom that requires attunement. All right, next chapter. And if you guys have any questions, anything you want to see specifically, just let me know. Axe from the Grave, an adventure for 6th level characters. Famed bard Froderick Dartwild is dead, and his beautiful mandolin called Golden Axe has been stolen from his grave. Even worse, Froderick has arisen as a zombie, terrifying the hamlet of Toadhop. In this heist, the characters must track down Golden Axe from the music school owner who stole it and return it to Froderick so the bard can rest peacefully in death once again. And got the hamlet of Toadhop. Planning the heist. Scalder and Conservatory is the main location. There's a map there. Conclusion and Scythian Scalder Ang. Oh, blessed by Grizzet. Ooh, pretty tough. Pretty tough bard. All right, next chapter. The Dorant's Vault, an adventure for 7th level characters. Over the years, the notorious elf thief Nixilana Vidorant has stolen many famed prizes and stored them in her vault. Her former partner believes one of these trophies, a ruby diadem, rightly belongs to him. He hires the characters to infiltrate Vidorant's vault, bypass its security features, and steal the diadem. In a twist, the characters come face to face with Vidorant, and she offers them a deal that's hard to refuse. Preparation again. There's the player's map. The vault. Map by Schley for that. Vidorant arrives. Vidorant's offer there. Nice ammo teleportation. And conclusion. All right, next chapter. This is for characters levels 8. Shard of the Curse. And there's that same artist again that did the second adventure. Pretty cool. 8th level characters. A mysterious shard made of obsidian places a curse on everyone who bears it. When the shard comes into the character's possession, they must break its curse by returning the shard to the ancient tomb it came from. But a dangerous crime syndicate controls the tomb and its riches, and the criminals don't take kindly to the character's intrusion. So like a reverse heist. Got to place the... Isn't a typical heist, rather it's a reverse heist. Instead of retrieving a valuable, the characters are tasked with returning one to its proper place. The accursed shard. Its own magic item. Venture hooks using the golden vault. What really happened? The town and the tomb. The tomb. There's the tomb map. Nicely done. And the conclusion. Next chapter in the book is Heart of Ashes, an adventure for 8th level characters. Gal-Asine is under a terrible curse. An evil spellcaster has enacted a ritual to siphon life from the city's people and reduce the city itself to ash. Powering the ritual is the heart of Gal-Asine's vanquished leader, King Jaehaerys Astolfo. In this adventure, characters must infiltrate Castle Sinis and recover the king's heart to end the ritual, thereby saving Gal-Asine. This looks like it could be a Ravenloft adventure. Pretty easily. Even with that key there. Okay, so you got using the golden vault, heart of the matter, planning the heist, the castle. Nice. And there is somewhere, pretty cool. There we go. That's a really cool image. Like one of the towers of the castle is separated from the castle. Definitely giving Ravenloft feels for that one. The void and conclusion. Next chapter is Affair on the Concordant Express, an adventure for 9th level characters. Wanted for crimes across the multiverse, an outlaw known as the Stranger is currently a prisoner aboard the Concordant Express, an interplanar train destined for Mechanus, where the outlaw is set to stand trial. In this heist, the characters must obtain a list of names the Stranger has committed to memory. The names in question are the true names of several powerful demons, devils, and Yugoloths. The train like flying through the air and laying its own track. Okay. Let's see, this is for 9th level characters. So we're getting near the top of the level band for this book. Venture hooks, the Blood War balance, using the golden vault, glitch the quadrone, the Concordant Express, train cars, maps by Schley here, and the conclusion. Then the next adventure, Party at Palisade Hall, an adventure for 10th level characters. Every year during the winter solstice, Zorhana Adulaire holds a grand gala in Palisade Hall, her palatial retreat in the Feywild. The characters are hired to infiltrate the gala and steal Zorhana's shard of solitaire, a magical diamond with peculiar properties. As the evening unfolds, they learn that nothing is quite what it seems. So nice, a Feywild adventure. Using the golden vault, meeting Fell, planning the heist, Loch Winnis, Shadow Crossing, Palisade Hall. Let's see what Palisade Hall map looks like. Looks like map by Schley. The Crestfall Coven. And the end. Next one. And I think this is the final adventure in the book for character levels 11, Fire and Darkness. And this is an amazing picture. This is so cool. And Ifrit's fortress holds the Book of Vile Darkness. Good luck storming this castle. For centuries, a powerful Ifrit named Vrakir sent his armies against numerous foes and burned countless cities to ash. Now the tyrant has found an artifact of unimaginable evil, the Book of Vile Darkness. In this heist, the heroes must infiltrate Brimstone Hold, the prison fortress where Vrakir has locked away the Book of Vile Darkness, and escape with the Ifrit's prize. The character's contact is an Arcanoloth named Nubukath, the Hold's duplicitous ambassador, who secretly covets the book and plans to betray the heroes as soon as the group recovers it. All right. So this one got a planning maps there. Brimstone Hold, which is really cool. And we'll just look at the images from this one here. So we got the maps there. The Ifrit on its throne. That's awesome. And the Book of Vile Darkness. And that is the end. Does anyone have any questions? If you have any questions, you want to see anything in specifically, let me know. But back to the table of contents. So 13 adventures, levels 1 through 11. They're kind of exactly the kind of adventures I like in that they have a location. The party's going to go infiltrate that and get what they need out of it. So hopefully, probably each of them is about 1 night of adventuring, maybe 2 for most people, most groups playing. Lots of variety from things that looked like it was the Feywild to Ravenloft to, just Forgotten Realms or any other standard fantasy world. So there it is. That's the first look at Keys from the Golden Vault, out today, and on the 21st it'll be out, uh, widely available. I'm going to try and run this first adventure by the 21st, and I'm going to try and do the DM tips for this first adventure as soon as I get a chance. So I'll sign off for the night. I got a Dragonlance game to play here in a couple hours, and I hope to see you all back again soon. Bye, everyone.